Region 8 News starts right now.
A second investigation has been launched into the Brooklyn School District. Craighead County Chief Deputy Justin Rollin told us today a case file was hand-delivered to the prosecuting attorney's office on Friday for review. The investigation is ongoing and no details were released, but Rollin said it's in regards to questions about issues at the district. Authorities have been looking into the district for some time regarding allegations of missing items and possible misuse of public funds. Authorities have been working with the Arkansas Legislative Audit on the criminal investigation. We told you on Friday, district officials released information on the allegations involving former maintenance director Rob Ingram, including a termination letter Superintendent Keith McDaniel sent to Ingram. You can read more about that letter and what we know on the original investigation right now. Just look for this story on our website. Now for the latest on COVID-19 in Arkansas. 881 new cases were reported today. Active cases fell by 454 to 17,154. Governor Asa Hutchinson saying we've seen a decline of over 2,200 active cases from this time last week. 30 more people have died from the virus. Our death toll now at 4,868. Hospitalizations are down by 2 today, with 913 hospitalized in the state. As America sees more cases of those worrisome COVID-19 variants, the Biden administration is ordering a sweeping new mask mandate on public transportation. It goes into effect tomorrow night. ABC's Trevor Alt joins us with more.
This morning, the CDC making masks mandatory on public transportation nationwide Monday amid ramped-up efforts to get Americans vaccinated. Thousands lining up at mass vaccination sites like Coors Field in Denver and in Dallas, cars stretching for miles at this vaccination.
A group of 10 Republican senators are asking President Biden for a meeting so they can propose an alternative COVID relief plan. President Biden's plan would include a third round of stimulus checks and a national vaccine program at a cost of $1.9 trillion. The Republicans' group package would be smaller, and they say it can win bipartisan support. Plan details are expected to be revealed Monday. Unfortunately, child trafficking is on the rise during the pandemic. That's because kids are on devices more, doing online schoolwork and playing games. It can put a target on their back. According to data from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, reports of online child sexual exploitation doubled in 2020. Cami Bacher is the CEO and founder of Global Education Philanthropists, a nonprofit that works to prevent human trafficking worldwide. She says online predators can target anyone, anywhere.
But know who they're talking to online. We've helped with some undercover stings, and these kids are so young as 7, getting groomed on Roblox and Fortnite. Again, it doesn't matter if it's Arkansas or it's Seattle. What I would just suggest in any city is to start having conversations.
Bowker says that prevention beats rescue 100% of the time. That means talking to your kids about what to watch out for online. Any online site, game, or app with the chat feature can put children at risk. For safety and prevention tips, visit the Region 8 News app. Taking a live look from Paragould, another cloudy day here in Region 8. You can see the wind blowing the flags, and it's steadily getting colder out there. Ryan, what can we expect for the rest of our evening? Looking ahead, it's going to be a busy week at the state capitol this week as the legislative session continues. The Stand Your Ground bill will be going to the House committee on Tuesday. The bill ends the duty to retreat if the person using deadly force is lawfully present with a reasonable belief they're being threatened. They're not engaged in criminal or gang activity, the person is not a felon, and the person is not the initial aggressor. A bill to create a Working Taxpayer Relief Act in Arkansas is on the agenda for the Senate Revenue and Taxation Committee for Monday. The bill would create a 10% credit equal to the federal earned income tax credit on the state level, effective with the 2021 tax year. And another bill of interest this week is one that would adopt daylight saving time permanently in the state of Arkansas. The bill is on the agenda for the House, state agencies, and governmental affairs on Monday. You can learn more about these bills and what else will be on the agenda this week. Just go to this story on the Region 8 News app. Think back on your time in school and there will usually come to mind someone who made your life better. At Riverside High School, there's a teacher who loves school so much she wants to make sure each and every student does as well. Linda Campbell does just encourage students. She makes sure they have the food they need when they're not at school.
Our school got the $25,000 grant this year, so we're going to be able to do not just the kids, we're going to be able to do the families. And matter of fact, we can do more families than what we're doing now.
Linda Campbell has been fulfilling the needs of students for 4 decades. Tonight, watch as we were able to surprise her with the great acts of kindness. It's our first one of 2021. Don't miss it tonight on Region 8 News at 10. In regional news, Helena police have arrested 2 suspects involved in a grocery store shooting, but another one is on the run. On Tuesday, police responded to a shooting at AJ's Grocery on West MLK Jr. Drive, where a 17-year-old had been shot. Officers say the teen advised that a man named Marcus, the missing suspect, shot at him and his cousin, 23-year-old Damian Hoskins. Surveillance footage showed the 17-year-old firing shots at someone in a Chevrolet Trailblazer after what officers believed to be a drug transaction. The driver of the Trailblazer was seen returning fire. The juvenile and Hoskins have both been charged in the shooting. The search for the suspect referred to as Marcus is still underway. Anyone with information is asked to call Helena Police Department. Mayflower police say 2 men caused extensive damage to the district's fleet of school buses. The suspects cut 5 catalytic converters from underneath the buses, which altogether would retail for just $500 on the street. But the damage they did to the buses in the process is going to cost the district $45 grand. Hunter Hoagland has more.
This is uncalled for.
A big setback for Mayflower schools. One, they can't quit replaying.
He looked like he's got his tool in his hand.
Rewinding to early Sunday morning, when police say 2 men in this minivan did some pretty serious damage to the district's school buses, cutting out the catalytic converters on 5 of their 17 engines.
Destroyed one of them big time. Where they cut it off, they took the...
Police say the suspects also damaged a van and ripped the tailgate off one of the district's trucks. If caught, police say the suspects face several felony charges, including theft, trespassing, and criminal mischief. In national news, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer thinks President Biden should declare climate change a national emergency. In a news conference this morning, Senator Schumer says science has returned to Washington and climate change is a real emergency.
The climate represents an existential threat to our country and our planet. So we believe that every tool in the toolbox must be used. In my view, President Biden should consider declaring a national emergency on climate change. This will give him more tools to deal with this emergency issue.
Former President Donald Trump and his lead impeachment lawyers have parted ways, with his second impeachment trial just days away. It's unclear who will be on Trump's legal team. Trump is not planning to appear in person for the Senate impeachment trial, but may submit a written letter instead. The former president's trial is set to begin the week of February 8th. He's facing a charge of incitement of insurrection for his role in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Next at 5, a Los Angeles comedian is spreading a little joy during the pandemic, channeling his favorite Star Wars character.